Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for the beginning of Agganis Week. This is, I believe, the 57th week, 57th year, not the 57th week, 57th year of Agganis. It started out just football, and it has moved forward to where now there are 9 different activities. This will be the 21st softball game. Baseball was the second one to pick up. The 24th will be played next, Agganis. But this will be the girls from everywhere. These are kids that played against each other and beat up on each other all year, and now they become teammates. And they get to play with some of the better teams around, strictly for seniors. As we mentioned, the 21st, the North jumped out very quickly. They were 7-0-1 tie in 2000 in the first 8 games. They had another streak of 4 in a row, 10, 11, 12, and 13. South is trying to inch a little bit closer. South is going 3-0-1 in the last 4. So last year was a 4-4 tie. Before that, the South won 3 in a row. North leads the series 12 wins to 6, 2 ties. Erica Richard for Link Classical, very deservedly, gets the nod coaching the South team, Butch Melanofi, whose team had a great year, winning the conference, going deep in the tournament. He gets to coach. He's from Peabody. He's the head coach of Peabody. And he gets to coach 3 or 4 of his seniors for the last time. The South is the home team. And it'll be Tori Adams from Link Classical taking the mound for the South. And he didn't put the mound down, so they're just estimating where they're pitching from. It looks a little longer than normal. Megan Levitt, also from Classical, is her battery mate. They played together the last 3 or 4 years. They were a dynamic duo. We'll give you the names of all the locals that are in. They're all on the South, obviously. Tori Adams, Jonna Collins, both from Classical. Megan Levitt from Classical. Tommy Hill somehow wound up on the North, over with the Peabody kids. She's from English. Those are all the locals playing the game. If you're wondering why St. Mary's had a great year going to the semifinals of the division, why they're not here, because they don't have any seniors. They only had 2 juniors. This is a great time. Paul Halloran I'll stop there. He's got a whole bunch of people that work with him, that help him. They do an awful lot of work to get this thing going. The Dominguez family is part and parcel of all of that, being sponsors. And it goes back all these years with a whole bunch of people helping, a lot of volunteers. And a little different for these kids to be here on the baseball diamond at Fraser Field playing softball.
And now for the North, number 1, Kelsey Blake.
Kelsey Blake from Peabody leads it off. Hit to short. And that's up and one down.
Now batting number 2, Haley Titania.
Haley Catania is the pitcher. I believe she's going to start. She was warming up. She's from Amesbury. And the St. Mary's kids know her. They played in the division semifinals to North, and she pitched and also batted her way to a win over St. Mary's 4-2 and knocked St. Mary's out after they, with their very young team, mostly made up of freshmen and sophomores, only 2 juniors. They went all the way to the division semifinal. Hit towards the Peabody dugout. And Katina did a terrific job. She not only pitched it, but she knocked in a couple of runs, scored a run. Did a great job on the mound. I still believe the mound is a little bit longer than it normally is. Waved at that pitcher was down. And the count goes 3-2. Line right at the third baseman off her glove. Catania will get a base hit. A line shot.
Hey, official score says hit. It's all good.
And that was, I got to mention, that was either Victoria Correa or Kaylee Doherty of Revere and Reading. Just getting back on the throw down by Levitt. She's the third baseman that she got a wake-up call with that line shot right at her. She's wearing a mask, by the way. Swing and a miss. The runner takes off. Safe at second base with the stolen base. A lot different for these kids playing on turf on a baseball diamond. So the North trying to get on the board first. Tried a bunt and missed it. Pitch was down and in. This is Abigail Ewin from Amesbury, by the way. She was another one of those players that knocked St. Mary's out on that Amesbury team. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. They'll throw her out at first, and Catania will take off and go to third.
Now batting from Peabody High School, number 7, Valerie LeBlanc.
Valerie LeBlanc from Peabody is the hitter. There's a couple of people who aren't here. Pitch in for a strike. Down and in for a ball. Nice stop by Levitt and the pitch down and away. Drop foul behind home plate. And they're not used to this. There's a whole lot of room behind home plate. From first to third, there's like a full softball infield behind home plate. Wide for a ball. Swing and a miss. She strikes out the last 2. They leave a runner at third. So she gets up to hit the stolen base. The runner reaches third, but that's as far as they get. It'll be Haley Catania taking the mound. And Jessica Martin was on the South team. She got traded because she's a catcher. They realized they didn't have a catcher. I remember one year there was a non-senior sitting in the stands watching the game. They called her out and gave her a shirt because she was a catcher. They needed one. And it was a local, and I can't think of her name. She was a friend too. But it started off a great morning. They had over at Manning Field the kickoff. They gave out the scholarships. And they passed out the uniforms and awarded the different awards that they give out in memory of a lot of great people. The Agganis Foundation Hall of Fame was named, and I'm very proud and happy to say I'm part of that. Back in 2002, I was inducted into the Agganis Hall of Fame Foundation, getting the David Widener Meteor Award, and that was tremendous because David was a good friend. He was a great writer who, unfortunately, in the old Manning Bowl, had I believe it was a heart attack. And we were all sitting there holding our breath when they come back and let us know that he passed away. And that was a tremendous loss. He was a great gentleman. And it was outstanding for me to receive the award and be inducted into the Agganis Foundation Hall of Fame. Tori Adams, one of those that throws right and bats left. She's the pitcher leading off from Glasgow. Way wide for a ball. So they gave out the scholarships this morning, and what a great job this organization has done in all these years. Tries to bunt and fouls it back. They're closing in on 1,000 scholarships. And they're also extremely close to $2 million. In scholarship money. And that's an awful lot of work by an awful lot of people. Coming on as the center fielder, making the running catch. And that's Fiona Hill from Pentucket made the play. Jonna Calder. Hits it foul. Nice to see they haunted Peter Pedro. Pistol Pete. Hit foul to third base. He's inducted into the Agganis Foundation Hall of Fame, getting the Dr. Elmo Benedetto Award. Well deserved. He just recently passed, and what a great, tremendous loss that was for everybody. Obviously his family, but Calder didn't realize the ball wasn't behind. She could have run to first base. She gets called out on strikes.
Now batting from Melrose High School, number 4, Emily Cataldo.
Emily Cataldo from Melrose. Another lefty. In for a strike. Hit foul. Up in the seats. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes.
I did the baseball game yesterday.
2 call, 3rd strikes. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Catania. Both pitchers get 2 strikeouts. The North threatened, but they go down. And we're still dead even at the end of 1. The North nothing, the South nothing.
Now batting for Beauty High School, number 8, Sydney Lowry.
Sidney Lowry hits it right back. 1 pitch, 1 out, right back to Troy Adams.
Now batting from Beauty High School, number 9,
Luciana Mastra Mateo from Peabody is the hitter. We mentioned Butch Malinfi, the coach, gets to coach 3 or 4 of his players. Foul tip right into the glove of Megan Levitt. Hit, foul. Swings and misses at a pitch that bounced out in front. Two up, 2 down.
Now batting from Bishop Howard High School, number 10,
Natalie Madros. Madros. I'll say it both ways, hope I get it right once. She's from Fenwick. Swinging and a miss. She chased a high pitch. Wide for a ball. Way up and away for a ball. And we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in inning number 2. Down and in, the count goes full. And that's ball 4. First walk given up by either pitcher. Adams had retired 4 in a row, 3 of them by strikeout.
Now batting from Bishop Howard High School, number 11,
Courtney Naughton. Pretty good basketball player, too. That gets by Levitt. The runner's going to move down to second base. So a runner in scoring position again for the North. Down and in. Nice job by Levitt to go get it. Popped up in back of first base. Long run, can't get there. A lot of room. They're not used to having this much territory to cover. Usually softball games that play, it's a lot more confining than this. Miss for a ball. In years past, when Eastland Little League was still in action down here and had their Little League field behind the left field fence, they used to play the softball game down there and then come back and play the baseball game up here. Line right to the left fielder. Norton hit that right on the nose, and she hit it right to the left fielder, who virtually didn't have to move. That was a shot and a half. If that's a foot either way, it's a home run because it's going to go forever. And I'm waiting for her to turn around so I can get her number. She came in with a big smile on her face. She's still smiling. Going to the dugout. That ball was hit a rocket. And again, I believe it was Kaylee Doherty of Reading that caught that line shot. So she gave up a walk in the first. Tori Adams didn't get out of it. She gave up a hit in the first and got out of it. She gave up a walk in the second, picked up her third strikeout. And she's held the North off the board for 2. And now the South will have a chance to try and get on the board first.
Now batting from Melrose High School, number 3, Sergio Connolly.
They've changed numbers here and there because they get shirts maybe that didn't fit or didn't fit as well. She was 4 originally. This is Cerise Conley from Melrose. Gets a base hit. Catania had retired 3 in a row before giving up the base hit to Conley. I believe this is Victoria Correa.
Batting from Revere High School, number 6, Victoria Correa.
Victoria Correa is the hitter. Solid shot, just went foul. It was fair most of the way down. Just kicked foul as it got to the third base bag. Victoria is from Revere. She's the third baseman, so we figured that out with the 2 number 6s. Up and away for a ball. Holly's now at second with the stolen base. Nice pitch on the corner by Catania. So the South has their first scoring opportunity with a runner at second and nobody out. Hit to short. They hold the runner. They throw her out. Out at third. Nice tag by Tommy Hill. She hesitated going when they threw the ball. She had a little bit more. I thought the runner was out at first base. I guess they call.
Batting from Reading High School, number 6, Holly Gordy.
I guess they called the runner at safe at first base. The throw drew the runner off the back, so that was an error. This is Kelly Doherty. She's the one that caught that line shot to left field for the third out that kept the North from getting on the board first. They throw it down. And that was Kelsey Blake, the first baseman, made a very nice throw over the third to Tommy Hill. That was Peabody to English to throw Melrose out. That's trying to go to third on the ground ball. She tried a bunt and missed it, and that's strike 3.
Now batting from Walden High School, number 7, Ashlyn Fitzpatrick.
Ashlyn Fitzpatrick from Malden is the hitter. In for a strike. Hit past first base, foul. Little inside out swing. Strike 3 called on the corner. 2 more strikeouts for Catania. So we finished 2 quickly, and we're right back when we started still. North nothing, south nothing at the end of 2. Tori Adams will start her 3rd inning of work. Pitch is low for a ball. This is Haley O'Brien from Linfield, leading off the top of the 3rd. Line shot. Fair ball. That's easily a home run. That's all the way down to the bullpen. By the time they get to it, she'll be crossing home plate. A shot and a half by Haley O'Brien. And they all come out to greet her. She hit that a ton. Doherty, all Doherty could do is chase it down all the way down the bullpen to the fence, which is way over 300 feet away. That breaks the ice with an exclamation point. Katie Olson from Fenwick is the hitter. So North threatened in the first, threatened in the second, but they didn't bother threatening in the 3rd. O'Brien just drilled that one. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch on the corner for a strike. That one bounced in. And we got another full count. Big hop to the shortstop. Nice stretch by Conley at first base.
Now batting from Pentucket High School, number 15, Autumn West.
Autumn West from Pentucket is the hitter. That one bounces and goes all the way to the Peabody dugout, or I should say the North dugout. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. On the corner, nice pitch by Adams. Jessica Martin is the hitter. Missing low for a ball.
Hey, Meg. Good, how are you? How about the send this agenda out for Monday's meeting?
Missing again, 2-0.
Monday's meeting in the mayor's office. And I just wanted to verify, who's on it. So Senator's office, our office, your office, Charlie, Mike Dunn.
Up and away for a ball.
Jeff, Vince, and John. Right, cool. I just want to make sure we put it.
In for a strike. Martin taking all the way. She expected to be wearing a white shirt today, being Winthrop, and she was on the South team. She was on the trading block. And she draws a walk. Tommy Hill, three-sport athlete at Lynn English. Goalie in soccer, three-point shooter in basketball, and a good third baseman. Down and in for a ball. Wide for a ball. I got the tournament director with me. He's a busy man. I'll keep him for only a minute. But, Paul, I know you'd be the first to mention it. There's a host of volunteers that do an awful lot of work, but I know the kind of work you do, my friend. You're the straw that stirs the drink, but a great.
Did you say drink, John?
Yes.
Not yet.
I know you'd love to have one right
Thursday
about
night
now.
after football, John.
I know you're worried about. I know you're worried today about rain.
Yeah, well,
But,
so far so good.
Yeah, thank God. But a great way to start this is Hill pops it up. It's going to drop in for a base hit, and we're going to have first and third as Hill gets a base hit. Paul, a great way to start. All the crowd over at Manning Field, the scholarships, the Hall of Fame was nice to honor Peter Pedro. Everybody here giving out the uniforms. Another week to start another, what used to be a one activity week is now 9 activities.
Yeah, it was one for, oh God, I don't know, John, 37 maybe years or something. So we started baseball first, starting adding on, and then we went to softball and soccer, and here we are 9 games later. So, yeah, I think that opening event that you referred to, the opening ceremony, which is also an award ceremony, the thing I like about it best, and you'll appreciate this because you're a Lynn guy like myself, is, seeing all the folks who come in from outside of Lynn, who have kids on the team or, daughters, sons, granddaughters, grandsons, and just to see their reaction if they haven't seen this beautiful facility before. Both Manning Field and Fraser, which sit in the Agganis Athletic Complex. So it is a great way to start off the Agganis week.
Well, again, almost $2 million, 1,000 scholarships. It's absolutely incredible. The Yawkey Foundation gets involved. The DeMarcus family has been deeply involved for years. With Zimmerman and Benedetto and everybody getting involved early on, and now you picking up the reins. You've done a terrific job, my friend, in honoring all these kids, and they get to play one more time, and these coaches get to get with their kids one more time, and the parents get to see them play one more time. A little different being out in the baseball diamond playing softball.
Once a year.
But they get used to it after a while. But, it's just a tremendous thing that you and the committee do, and I know you got an awful lot of work, but I know myself how much work you put in, and this thing doesn't come off without you at the head. Somebody has to dot the I's and cross the T's, and you do a terrific job, my friend.
Well, thank you, John. Yeah, it's it's something that I've been doing a long time. I inherited it kind of when I became sports editor of the item a long time ago. Actually, I don't know when it was now. 1988, so 30 years ago, I became sports editor of the item. If I really want to feel old. But, and again, then it was simply, doing PR for the football game, so we started adding games. And you're right, it is a good opportunity. The majority of these kids aren't going to play in college. A lot are, but the majority aren't. And, it is exactly as you said it. You put it very well. It's a chance for them to put on the uniform one more time, and, they'll keep their Agganis uniform. And hopefully someday they'll look back on it fondly.
Well, not only that, but with the kids that you've helped over the years with the scholarships. I mean, this is not a $100 scholarship, get it and see you later. This is like for 4 years. I think it's like 1,000 or more.
1,000 a year for 4 years. We actually, thanks to Jim Baldini, now we have two that are 5,000 a year for 4 years.
Wow.
Jim Baldini has endowed two scholarships that go to students who live in West Lynn who are going to college to study STEM-related subjects. So, and as you mentioned, the Yorkie Foundation, which has been tremendous with us, they give us $25,000 a year. So we have 4 kids a year from the city of Boston. So it has become, on one hand you say, well, 1,000 doesn't even put a dent in what colleges cost these days, but at least it's renewable every year, so the kids can count on that the 4 years they're in college.
Well, you and I both know, having kids that have gone to college and kids that are going to college. Like my granddaughter now is just going to Curry. My other one just graduated from Quinnipiac. My 2 daughters. You know, if somebody gives you 5 cents, 10 cents, or a quarter,
take it.
any little bit helps.
Yeah.
You know, it takes off that big nut that you have to pay, and just absolutely incredible. But again, congratulations, a great job, and I wish you the best for the week.
Thank you, John. Thanks for coming.
Now batting from the Glasgow, number 10, Megan Leavitt.
That was Mackenzie Furlong who was struck out to start this bottom of the third. Alina Giuliano. She's from Revere. Pops it up right to the third baseman. Almost didn't have to move. And I'm sorry, that was Giuliano was not here. They bypassed her in the lamp. That was Megan Leavitt from Glasgow, popping up to the third baseman for the second out. So 2 away. And Caitlin Logue from Shawsheen will be the hitter.
Now batting from Shawsheen High School, number 15, Caitlin Lowe.
Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-1. So everything working out well. The little ceremony at Manning Field to start the day. Then switching over here to Fraser for softball and baseball. We still have blue skies. The threat of rain is holding off very nicely. And nice for Paul Allen to stop by. He does. Timmy Hill made the play and they collide and they go down. Hill got to the bag first. And just as she got there, the runner got there, and she got run over by Logue. That's a rare 2 unassisted at first base, 4 unassisted at first base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Catania. Let's hope that Tommy Hill is going to be okay. 5 strikeouts through 3 innings for Catania. Her second 1-2-3 inning in 2. Hill is up. She's a tough kid, and she's going to be okay. She's a terrific young lady from a very well-known family here in the city. So we played 3 here at Fraser in this 21st All-Star softball game. The difference, 1 swing of the bat by Haley O'Brien from Linfield. The home run has made it 1-0, and that's what it is. North 1, South 0 at the end of 3. We'll start the 4th inning, and we'll start over again. The number 1 hitter, Kelsey Blake, she grounded out short to first, leading off the ball game. Fishing for a ball. We mentioned that Peter Pedro no longer with us, and a tremendous loss. He was one of the best people I have ever known. And he inducted into the Agganis Hall of Fame, and he joins his son, Peter Jr. So a family affair now in the foundation. It's sort of like myself, and it just happens that way. My nephew, John Hoffman, football player at Swampscott, cop in Swampscott. He was inducted earlier. Right after me. I was 2002, he was 2005. Grounded to third. Bobbled, and Blake is going to reach on the error. Haley Catania singled, wound all the way up around at third, and got stranded there. Missing down and in. I mentioned a little bit different for these kids again. They're playing on AstroTurf on a baseball diamond. Throw it down, getting back is Blake. The difference, not so much for the infielders because they know where the bases are. They play there normally where they play according to the bags. It's the outfield that has a problem because there's grass. The turf goes all the way around the infield, including to the edge of the outfield. If you're looking on your TV screen, the sort of reddish color, that's turf as well. The only thing that's dirt out there is the pitcher's mound for baseball. As Catania draws a walk, she's on for the second time. So you're used to playing at a certain distance and spot. You usually having a fence behind you so you can play maybe a little bit shallow or not have to worry about chasing the ball like Doherty had to do it on that home run. So it's a little different chore for the outfielders, how to position themselves on the baseball diamond. Wide again for a ball. This is Abigail Ewan from Amesbury. She struck out her one trip against Adams. Hit foul behind home plate. And Victoria Adams is going to Manhattan College. And that's quite a thing. She was a valedictorian, outstanding student. Swing and a miss. Levitt tagged her like it was strike three. It was only strike two. And Ewan started to the dugout and then stopped it, got back in the batter's box. On the corner for strike three. So both pitchers have at least one strikeout in every inning. That's the fifth for Troy Adams. Swing and a miss. This is Mallory LeBlanc. From Peabody. And that's strike three. 2 away. Sydney Lowry, also from Peabody, bounced to the pitcher her one trip. Missing for a ball. Hit foul to the screen. Nice sprinkling of fans here. Some of the parents, family, moving over from Manning Field after the big ceremony this morning. Miss wide for a ball. And very succinct by Paul Halloran. This is a nice time for these kids playing, more than likely, their last softball game. There will be a sprinkling that will go on, maybe play it in college. hit to first base. Easy play at first base. So the error and the walk don't hurt. They're stranded at first and second. We're halfway through the ball game. Two more strikeouts, 6 strikeouts in 4 innings for Torrey Adams. And I think it's going to be Haley O'Brien that's going to take over on the mound. So Haley O'Brien, who's the difference in the game, her home run is the 1 run. She's going to take over on the mound. Catania did her job, didn't give up a run, 1 base hit, struck out 5, didn't walk anybody. Outstanding performance by Catania. Catania, I think, is staying in the game. She's going to go play right field. Cassidy Lucy from Essex Tech will be the hitter. On the corner for a strike. Swung and missed at a pitch that was down and away. Took something off, it floated up and in. High and away, evens the count at 2. Hit right back to the mound. She's out, 1-3 for the putout. Haley O'Brien gets her first assist. Madison Luciano from Salem Academy is the hitter. In for a strike. So Catania only allowed 2 base runners. One was an error. High for a ball. Missing wide for a ball. Hit. Another nice play by the pitcher. That was going by her. She knocked it down, stayed with it. Nice job. O'Brien makes 2 plays for 2 outs. Hannah McGee from Salem Academy as well. These young ladies, they swing their bat around like it's a baton. They handle it so well. In for a strike. Popped up right to the pitcher. She's going to make all 3 plays. Pretty good inning for O'Brien coming in relief. 8 in a row retired by not pitching. We completed 4 in this 21st Agganis All-Star softball game. It's still 1 swing of the bat by Haley O'Brien, giving the North 1-0 lead over the South at the end of 4.
High School, number 9, Lucy Mateo.
In for a strike, Luciana Mastra Mateo from Peabody. Hit to first base, little tap. Another easy play.
Now batting from Bishop Going High School, number 10, Natalie Medros.
Natalie Medros from Fenwick drew a walk, her 1 trip. Takes it down in the turf for a ball. Swing and a miss. Okay, one of those I'm going to bunt. No, I'm not. I'm going to swing away. Foul tip held on to by Levitt. Wide for a ball. Count evens at 2. Swing and a miss. And it bounced, and they'll throw her out at first base. Seven strikeouts for Adams. Courtney Norton thought she gave the North a 2-0 lead. She hit a rocket to left field, and she hit it right at Kaylee Doherty, who didn't have to move. A foot or 2 either way, it would have gone all the way to the fence. Would have been an easy home run. Popped up. Another play by the first baseman, a 1-2-3 inning by Adams. So the difference still is that 1 swing of the bat by Haley O'Brien, the home run. We've only had 3 hits in the ball game. Seven strikeouts for Adams through 5 innings. But they got to go to work and get her a run, at least. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Again, the 21st Agganis All-Star softball game. Paul Allen, when we had him on earlier, he was talking about it was football exclusively. The one game for 32 years. And then they added, somebody said, well, Harry was a great baseball player too. And then later on somebody said, he was a pretty good basketball player. People didn't know about. So they kept adding to where there are 9 activities. Soccer, lacrosse, the baby of the group. Catherine Weber. Faces Haley O'Brien from Linfield, starting her 2nd inning of work. on the inside corner for a strike. She's up for the first time. This will put the batting order complete. And Tori Adams will be the next hitter, the leadoff hitter. Down and in. South has only had 2 base runners. Connolly led with a single. Carrera reached on an error. And that was it. The other 3 innings were 1, 2, 3. Huh? Wow, I was about to say high and tight for a ball. Called it a strike. I guess I better let the umpire call the balls and strikes.
No, one of my buddies are the umpires, though.
Swing and a miss.
I want to make sure Gus announces that one of them's going to become a dog.
O'Brien had that 1, 2, 3 inning handling all 3 plays, 2 assists and a putout. And that was the first inning for either team that there wasn't a strikeout. Turiaz flied to center field her 1 trip. They squeeze in at third, expecting her to bunt. And I mean squeeze in at third.
Where's Gus?
Slices it foul the other way up in the seats. Swinging and a miss. She chased the pitch that was a little bit outside. She likes to go the other way. Way wide for a ball. High and tight for a ball. Count is even at 2. Adams, the pitcher's done a terrific job on the mound. Now she takes ball 3. Change up by O'Brien, sailed high. So the payoff pitch up and coming. Right back off the pitcher's glove. They throw her out at first. Adams didn't think so. The shortstop didn't turn around, so I didn't get to see her number. It actually goes 1 to 6 to 3. Two outs for Jonna Calder, who was called out on strikes, her 1 trip. I'm gonna give them all credit. Mario LeBlanc, Sidney Lowry, Luciano, Master Mateo, because it's a Peabody player. I know it's not Blake because she was playing first base. Hit to third, fair ball. And they so called her out. So O'Brien has been a story. She hit the home run for the 1-0 lead. She's retired 6 in a row. Coming in relief of Catania, who was outstanding in her own right, giving up only 1 hit and 2 base runners. We've completed 5 here at Frazier Field. It's still Haley O'Brien's home run, 1-0, North over the South. Haley O'Brien is the hitter. She's been up once and hit a home run. Pops it up and off the screen. Swing and a miss. You normally don't see this. Adams starting her 6th inning of work. Shot again. Over the left fielder's head. She's going to be held up at third.
Now batting for Bishop, number 13, Katie Olson.
Not bad. Triple and a home run. Katie Olsen grounded a shot, her one trip.
Guys, I got very excited. I bought 2 suits.
Nice stop by Levitt. Only the third hit given up by Adams, but one's a home run and one's a triple. Down and away for a ball. Levitt's going all the way behind home plate. She was going to be relieved by Jessica Martin from Winthrop, but Martin got traded before the deadline. Swing and a miss. They found out that North didn't have a catcher, so they traded Jessica Martin over to the North. Swing and a miss again. On the inside corner for a strike.
Now batting from Pentucket High School, number 15, Autumn West.
Two-way. Autumn West was called on strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. She's going to go to first. The wild pitch. O'Brien scores her second run.
From Winthrop High School, number 18, Jessica Martin.
On the corner for a strike. Down and away. Autumn West was called out on strikes. Hit foul. Popped up to the second baseman.
Now batting from Beatty High School, number 1, Kelsey Blake.
Kelsey Blake is hitting. So I guess that means that Hill left the game when she got hurt. Martin must have left the game as well. Some of the kids have got commitments that they have to follow through on. Hit foul. Swing and a miss. Almost got it going back to first base. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that does it. O'Brien of Linfield will start her third inning of work. And that mountain gets just a couple of inches taller now, as it's 2-0.
Now batting
She's going to give you the trophy. I'd like to share this with
Hit
now
foul.
batting Melrose High School number 4, Emily Cataldo.
Cataldo Melrose was called on strikes. This is her first time up against O'Brien. Popped up, long run, nice play. Mallory LeBlanc for Peavy made a tremendous running catch, taking a base hit away from Cataldo.
Number 3,
And that,
Trisha Connolly.
she was the one that, now I gave it credit to a whole lot of people because I didn't know the number. I knew it was Peabody. But she was the one that made that play off the ball, off the pitcher's glove, threw the runner out the last inning. Swing and a miss. Jessica Martin is catching, hit the ball to short, and that's Peabody to Peabody. LeBlanc to Blake. 2 plays by the shortstop. One a great play.
Now batting High School number 6, Holly Doherty.
Victoria Korea reached on an error. One of only 2 that's reached in a game for the South. Hit foul. Little check swing. I don't know if she's trying to hold up or just kind of lunged at it. Hit it foul off her foot.
So that could be one of the many different boards. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
Way inside, and she got out in front and pulled it way foul.
From Revere, number 6, Victoria Korea.
Knocked down by the third baseman, and she makes the play. What a great play. That's 2 hits in the inning taken away by the defense of the North. And I didn't get her number because she didn't turn around. And I did get it. It was Autumn West of Pentucket making that great play. So we finished 6. North holding on to a 2-0 lead over the South. Haley Catania from Amesbury has shingled and walked. She may be coming in. I don't know if she's coming in a pitch. They had somebody warming up in the bullpen. She might be coming back. Pop into center field. Nice running basket catch out there by Emily Cataldo of Melrose.
High school number 5, Fiona Hill.
Fiona Hill will be the hitter. She waved at a pitch that was a mile outside and went all the way to the backstop. And it's strike 1. Catania started, went 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 base runners, a hit and an error. O'Brien has come in as he tries to bunt again and misses it again. And that was, again, a mile outside. She needed like the length of about 4 bats to reach that pitch. O'Brien of Linfield has come on and got a retired 9 in a row. Hit foul. Way wide again. Adams says she's swinging at those. Maybe I'll throw it out there if she's going to wave at those. Down and in. Hit foul. Butch Milanofi, the coach of the North, making the kick save. Which we mentioned did a terrific job with his crew. And he's blessed to have one of the better pitchers in the area back again for another year, Tia Dahl. Hit foul past first base. That one bounced. So it's unusual for the pitcher to go 7 innings. South only had 1. And that's ball 4. Ashley Fitzpatrick was the other pitcher. Down and in for a ball. And I'm surprised she's not pitching. Two nothing, the North, and it's been all O'Brien. Hit foul off the batter in the batter's box. This is Mallory LeBlanc, the shortstop, who made that terrific running play, taking a hit away from Cataldo, starting Adams will make the play over to first. Hill will move over to third. Well, LeBlanc made that terrific play. Could have been something because he took the hit away, and then the third baseman, Autumn West, made another great play, taking a hit away from Correa. So that could have been a pretty good inning. Correa's hit going into left field, if it gets by anybody, could have been a home run. Line right to the first baseman. That's the first inning that Tori Adams did not get a strikeout. She struck out 9. She's given up only 3 base hits. Unfortunately, one was a home run to Haley O'Brien. The other one was a triple to Haley O'Brien. Then O'Brien scored on a wild pitch. And that's where we are, 2-0. And Catania is going to come back. She's going to come back and pitch the 7th inning. So the North, 3 outs away from the 13th win in the Agganis Softball Classics. Looking to break that South streak. South, we told you, won 3 of the last 4, and the one they didn't win was a tie. But the North again has had streaks. 7 of the first 9, they went 7-1-1. To get a big jump in this tournament type action. And after South won 2 out of 3, the North 4 in a row, 5 out of 6 to grab that big lead of 12-6 with 2 ties. Fouled into the catcher or off the catcher. Kaylee Doherty from Reading struck out her 1 trip. She had a duck over there. It was just a little bit inside. She was running up to try and slap it, and she almost got hit in the head. It was way inside over her head. Swing and a miss.
Now batting from Walden High School, number 7, Ashlyn.
10 in a row retired by O'Brien. That's her second strikeout. Catania had struck out 5 in her 3 innings of work. Excuse me, this is Katie Olson from Fenwick is on the mound. This is not. So O'Brien is done. Her job, her work is done. Bounce to second. They'll throw Ashley Fitzpatrick out.
Now batting from Walden High School, number 8, Mackenzie Furlong.
In the second inning, Conley got a base hit. Correa reached on an error, and they haven't had a base runner since. 16 in a row retired by North pitching. And they leave it up to Mackenzie Furlong. Hit foul to the backstop. Seven strikeouts by North pitching. 9 strikeouts by Tori Adams for the South. Right, the South has got 1 base hit. Cerise Conley got the 1 base hit leading off the 2nd inning. Correa reached on an error. And everything else has been 0, and that's another 0 with a strikeout. Nine in a row retired by O'Brien from Linfield, adding to her home run and triple. So obviously she knew there was an MVP trophy to be given out. And the North will win for the 13th time to go 13-6-2. And the 21st Agganis softball game is in the books. And we're halfway through day 1 of Agganis week. Haley O'Brien got a leadoff home run in the 3rd. In the 6th, she got a triple, scored on a wild pitch. And that was it, 2-0. Those were the 2 runs. Adams only gave up 3 hits. 2 of them, just the home run and the triple by O'Brien. She walked 3. The walks didn't hurt at all. Struck out 9. Normally, that's a winning trip. But they couldn't get any. Not only could they not get any runs, they couldn't get any hits. 1 base hit by Conley from Melrose. 2 base runners, a hit and an error. And that was it.
First for the North. From Linfield High School, number 12, Haley O'Brien.
This is a no-brainer. You're giving away an MVP trophy. She gets a home run, which is all they really needed because the South got shut out. Then she comes up the 2nd time and triples. And after the triple, she scores on a wild pitch to make it 2-0. And you might as well bring her in and let her pitch 3 innings in relief and have her retire 9 in a row. And Tori Adams finishing up a great career at Glasgow. He told me she was the valedictorian off to Manhattan College. O'Brien is off to Fitchburg State. So a great fitting ending to these seniors who were great players for their schools. They represented their cities, their schools, their parents extremely well. A lot of these kids are scholarship winners from their schools. Some of them are scholarship winners from the Agganis Fund. They've made their all-stars in their leagues. They've had great careers, and now they go on to their next step in life to move on to college. And a tip of the hat to all these young ladies. We wish all these seniors great luck in their upcoming new careers. We know they'll do great, and they put on a great performance here today. But O'Brien, bringing her in relief, all she does is retire 9 in a row, along with the triple and the home run, easily securing the MVP award. And then Tori Adams from Glasgow does a great job. Strikes out 9, gives up only 3 hits. Unfortunately, 2 of those were the home run and the triple. And the final score, the North breaks that streak of the South as they pick up their 13th win. 2-0, the North over the South. North now leads it 12 wins to 6 with 2 ties for the South. So as we mentioned, half of the first day is in the books. The first week is underway in a great week honoring a terrific, not only a great athlete, but a great gentleman, Harry Agganis, and he's smiling down, making sure the rains don't come until this first day is over. So congratulations to all the seniors again. 2-0, the North over the South, the final score. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.